Switch.
Let hope be at it all. You're let hope be at it all. Let hope be at it all. You're you. Let hope be at it all. You're let hope be at it all. Let hope be at it all. You're you. Let me hold your hand so tight and show you how much I never leave you. Let me hold your hand so tight and show you how much I never leave you. Let hope be at it all. You're let hope be at it all. Let hope be at it all. You're you. Let hope be at it all. You're let hope be at it all. Let hope be at it all. You're you. Let me hold your hand so tight and show you how much I never leave you. Let me hold your hand so tight and show you how much I never leave you. I never leave you. I never leave you. hand so tight and show you how much I never leave you.
Close my eyes, everything goes black. Beginning to think of everything I lack. Trying to push all the negative back. I'm almost there, but then I get off track. I catch myself staring at the stars. I get lost cause I go too far. I refuse to tune down like the bass in my car. Every tattoo is another new scar. I'm on my brains for shit. I'm on my brains for shit.
Hello and welcome everybody. We're back at it again on this amazing Sunday afternoon, and we will be casting two games tonight. The first of which will be a game between our current number one seed and our somewhere further down seed that I don't actually know. XYZ Reflect. I am your host, Alex Roidzz Rymill, and I am joined today by Jan SpartanX van der Westhuizen. What's up?
Oh no, I'm doing well. I'm keen for some good League of Legends. Finally get to see some ATK games and some XYZ Reflect on stream. So I'm very happy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm really excited. We should happily get to see some top tier League of Legends. We've only managed to cast sort of one of the really higher echelon teams, so it'll be really nice to see another one showing their face today. And I mean, potentially after this game, for those of you that are just tuning in now, we will also be casting Evo versus GG in the game afterwards. That's awesome grudge match, but we will talk about that a bit later. Right
Yeah.
now, we do have a very interesting sort of situation going on in the standings of Group A. We have Era Millennium sitting at the top, 4 games played, 4 wins, with 8 points. We have ATK sitting down in 6th, only having played 2 games with 2 wins. So, I mean,
Yeah, it's a little, it's not really reflective of what's going on because, like you see, Era Millennium has played 4 games. Some teams have even played 5, like DSG and Order of the Shadow Synergy. And then you're looking at ATK only playing 2 games, so that changing, or the standings will change drastically, I feel like, in Group 1 as soon as, ATK actually start playing the game. So I don't know what's going on there.
yeah. But we do actually have 2 of the players joining us today. Jan, would you like to introduce the players to the audience?
Yes. So first off, we got the most attractive man in South African League of Legends, Malik ATK ADHD Rawood. How are you, my friend? How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay,
Better
that's good.
now that you're on stream.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And then the second most attractive person in the SA scene is Jacking Pete, also
Good
known as
afternoon.
Peter Hesthaven. I think that's how you say your surname.
That is
How are you
correct.
guys doing on this fine Sunday? Have a good weekend?
Yeah,
Yes.
decent.
That's good. Well, Pete, you okay, Jacking Pete or Pete. We'll just call
Mhm.
Pete and then ATHD or YOLO Pete.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Or Malik, yeah. So Pete, you guys played already today, 2 o'clock. This afternoon, you played against DSG, and you had a
Mhm.
very impressive showing. People like
Thank
Dash showing
you.
up a lot. Your jungler Taste Soup Child also showed up a lot. You know, coming into this, how you guys feeling, especially after that good performance you had this morning?
We're feeling quite shit, Jan. Going into ATK is never fun. I think there might be some pandemonium in the bot lane, but the end of the day, I think the boys are going to bring out a solid performance. I hope that we excel in our roles. I think the boys have put in a lot of hard work. We've done some special preparations for today, so I think we'll put on a show.
Okay. Well, we can always guarantee if you're in a team, there's going to be a show. You know that we can guarantee. Now, Malik, going into with you guys haven't even played a lot of games yet. You've played 2 games, like we mentioned.
Yeah.
But are your games just going to be stacked up now? You guys are going to play a lot of games coming in. Like, have you been prepping, or have you just all been busy?
Well, the rest of the team's probably busy with that. I'm just a boosted top laner. I'm here for the free ride, but we're playing 2 games today, so you should see some changes on the ladder.
Oh, okay. So, you guys coming into XYZ Reflect, they are like one of my picks. I said that I think they will probably end top 4 in the group. It's one of the harder teams you guys are going to play, but seeing as you're coming in as first seed, ended number 1 in leg 3, you guys should feel probably pretty confident, no?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna take every game as serious as we can, but I don't think anyone like can take a map off of us right now. Well, at least in our group. So if we drop a single map in groups, we need to work on a few things.
No, definitely. And I think that's what a lot of people are expecting. A lot of people are expecting you guys to at least be in the finals. You know, you are one of the favorites to win. So does that put any extra pressure on? I'm just curious, like, for you to perform, maybe not that much in the group stage, but once you hit like bracket stages, you're going up against, you know, a lot of top teams. Does that put a lot of extra pressure on you?
Internally, sure, like personal pressure each person would have, but we don't really pay note to any forms of external pressure.
Mm. Okay, that's good. And then in Pete, one more. I have one. Are you okay? You alive?
Yeah. I'm good.
That's good. But you guys have a very loose like play style. There's not like clear cut what you guys are gonna do. You have like an idea, and I'm not gonna say it now. I'll say it on cast when we start because I don't want people to think I'm giving away like what you guys are doing. But does that freedom in this team that you have now, like, does it help you a lot more? Do you think that is a lot more productive for you guys to perform well because you don't have that? Okay, you have to play these 2 champs or these 3 champs. You can pull out something crazy if you want, seeing as you guys are a little bit more free flowing.
You do know we have Dash on the team. Last time I tried to have fun and play something funny, I got like a half-an-hour lecture about why it's a bad pick in the bot lane.
Oh.
Like, I think, like, because our team, we are more based on fun. It's like we don't have any pressure, but at the same time, it's like, what do you mean by loose? Like, what does that mean?
It means you guys aren't like super strict with like, okay, cool, we're doing this, we're swapping at 8 minutes, we're going to do dragon, we're doing this, we have clear cut how we
Yeah,
play
but
the game every time.
I think you just that's just confusion. That's just because half the time we don't know what we're doing. It's like if there's like a Drake
I
there,
was
and we're
trying
like,
to be
oh,
nice.
Drake. Oh, should we Drake? Do we have okay? Let's Drake, and then we do Drake, and then they're like, oh, but they might get Herald. Should we Herald? Okay, guys, let's go Herald. Like I think that's more loose gameplay, but I mean we're trying.
But no, lose in a good way, not in like a bad way. That's what I meant. But
Yes.
talking about Dash, he is someone to very much watch. He popped off insanely earlier today. Like
Right.
having that person who's also he's coming in playing against ATK, his former team, and you know he was with Malik on their first year together on ATK back when it was still WRG. And you know he's coming in with, okay, cool, I need to prove that I'm still that guy, that championship level mid laner, because he did win a championship with ATK. So has that translated to any like thing in practice where he might be strict like you said, or do you think he's feeling the pressure at all coming into this game?
It's like, yeah, he used to play for ATK, but like to say now that he's got the weight on his shoulders to like try do something into Kiddo, it's like that's a lot of weight to put on Dash. Like
Yeah.
I think Dash has accepted that, you know, we're here to have fun and try our best, but like I don't think he's going to be mad when, let's say, I die bot lane a few times. Like I think he'll be disgruntled, but I don't think he'll mention it.
More words there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Again, then, for you, Yellow Pete, are you feeling anything like coming into it, seeing as Dash is one of your former teammates and you've known everyone? Do you have any questions?
Two former teammates in that team, because
Oh,
Test
David.
Child also used to play with
Yeah.
him in the top lane, and now they've
Wait,
done.
David's on that team.
David is Test Tube,
Yeah.
Test Tube Child. Wild
Is he
card.
top or jungle?
He's jungle,
Jungle.
so you know he's in a
Okay,
camp.
I might go jungle the series then.
Spicy.
Alex, I feel like I've been asking all the questions. Alex, do you have some questions?
I don't really have any questions right now. I think Pete pretty much summed up how I feel this game's gonna go, even though I said this was my dark horse team.
Wait, what do you mean? Summarize how this game's gonna go? What are you trying to say? Are you saying that we don't stand a 50% chance going into this game?
50 is high.
Do you think I got a brand new bottle of Vaseline because I thought we were going to win today?
As long as you have fun while you're doing it, right?
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
I'm just expecting some spiciness from you guys. I want you to play loose. You know, I'm saying loose again. Once I'm Panamanian, confuse them. You know, that's what we want to see. Because someone has to do something.
No, we're going to try something, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, but thank you guys so much for coming and talking to us before the game. We wish you the best of luck in the game. We'll be watching, and everyone else will be watching. And and I hope you guys have a lot of fun and provide some quality League of Legends.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jan. We'll see you in Champs League.
Okay, good luck.
Make it that far.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like it's going to be an exciting game. I do have to admit, I'm probably looking forward to the next game a little bit more than this game. I think this game is going to be your typical sort of ATK group stage game. One thing I have always known about them is they're pretty ruthless in groups. So I think, especially now that they have picked up Kiddo, we've got this huge rivalry going between our two sort of former champions in Vanza and Kiddo, and it basically is coming down at the moment to between those two players, in my opinion. So
yeah, I mean, if you look at it like you mentioned, Van and Kiddo, Vanzo has won 5 titles in total, right? So the person closest to him is you, who's retired, and then you have Psychedelia, who's also retired. Both of you on 4. So the people that can actually catch him are the people in ATK, and the people in ATK, like a couple of them have 3 titles, so they still have a ways to go. But like in recent memory, you just keep remembering, okay, Kiddo won and ATK has been winning, and especially Kiddo because he's been winning every year that he's been playing the last 3 years, right? Or he's for the last 4 years he's they have won or something. No, he has got 3 because he didn't play that 1 year where Dash played and they won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So then, yeah, Kiddo came last year. He came to Royalty, and then Royalty won. So he helped Van become the most winningest VS gaming player ever, surpassing both you and Psychedelia. So now it's like Kiddo's like, okay, cool. I don't want to keep helping him get more titles. I'm going to go back to a team that he founded, by the way, with Professor and stuff. Was one of the founding members of this team. So I'm excited to see those games. I'm excited to see how they close out this game, and because I'm expecting clear cut, good League of Legends from ATK, not playing very risky, not playing very loose, like we said. But I think that like XYZ, they have crazy things and crazy people in their team, like Mbappé, that can think up something, and it's a very small chance, but I think there is a chance that they can surprise us.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I do think there is a chance that they could surprise us, but I just think if I have to go, like on paper, ATK just
Yeah.
every single lane.
Just stack up, yeah.
I mean, the biggest discrepancy that has to be pointed out is you have YOLO Pete in the top lane playing against Test. I'm not entirely
One
sure.
of the test tube child.
One of the test tube
children.
Who is probably the weakest link in his team at the moment. And then you have Dash playing into Kiddo. Look, I'll give Dash one thing. He's incredibly good at neutralizing a lane, but I don't know if it's going to be enough in this situation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm expecting Dash to play something like a Ziggs or a Lux or something that can, or Valko, something that can park at his tower and say, listen, I'm not going to fight you. I'm just going to farm, and later I'm going to do a lot of damage. We saw that earlier today against DSG. He played Ziggs. He roamed level 4. He roamed top lane and got a kill. That was confusing, but and he was doing tons of damage later, and that's how he plays. Like, you've played against him previously in lane in 2018, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep.
You played against him when you were in Royalty, and that was like the playstyle back then, and it doesn't seem like he's moved away from that playstyle at all.
Yeah, look, I'd give Dash I would give Dash a lot of credit. He might play one specific playstyle a lot more than the others, but he's also can be quite proficient on certain assassins. So I wouldn't count
Ahri.
Dash out. Ahri, yes, still very good Ahri player. But we just have to see at the end of the day. But I do think that we can probably wrap up this discussion right now. And we are going to take a quick little break. We're going to come back into game as soon as the players are all readied up. I think Kyle's going to play you guys some music, and we will be right back.
I don't know why I keep.
Whenever you're hiding from the storm, I'll be the light that keeps you warm. In an unfamiliar place, I will be the guiding face you know, waiting to take you home. Oh. Through the fire we will go, underneath the sparks we glow. Take a chance, we don't have long, we'll be burning on and on. We'll be burning on and on, through every path to the unknown. I'll be the light that leads you home. When the world is tumbling down, I will be the ground that breaks your fall. I'll save you from it all. No. Through the fire we will go, underneath the sparks we glow. Take a chance, we don't have long, we'll be burning on and on. We'll be burning on and on. You cut my heart in a million pieces. Damn, why you gotta be so heartless? Why you gotta be so heartless? You cut my heart in a million pieces. Damn, why you gotta be so heartless? Why you gotta be so heartless? You got me like
Okay.
All right. Hello.
Let's
and
go.
Welcome, everybody. We are back into the champion selects. In the top lane for red side, we have ATK. We have ATK ADHD. We have in the jungle Neutron, we have KDO in the mid lane, we have Klaxor on AD carry in the bot lane, and Unique on support. LeBlanc has been banned on blue side, and on blue side we've got XYZ Reflect with Test Tube Child top laner, and then we have Test Tube Child in the jungle, as well.
Yeah.
Then we have Dash in the mid lane, Jacking Pete in on AD carry, and Darkside as support.
Or as I like to call him, Dark Child. I'm mad that he hasn't changed his name. Or Trashy Support. That's also been one of his names. You know, so we see some standard, just mid lane pinch. Straight off the bat, it's like, okay, cool, we don't want you on Lucian, we don't want you on LeBlanc. Lucian, something that you did mention in the pre-game interview, is you don't want a challenger AD carry who's now playing mid to play Lucian into you. It just seems not very fair. So they just like, no, we don't want that, let's just ban it. And then Shen, another safe pick. It looks like ATK is just saying, cool, all your safe picks, you can't play it, you have to actually play stuff that has to interact in lane.
Especially with the sort of style of gaming that Dash wants to play, you don't really want to play into a Lucian. Jeez, like I'm just stuck, my chair won't move. Ooh, and Malzahar also being taken away, so a lot of the really safe sort of picks being taken away. Surprised we didn't see a first side Ashe pick there.
Yeah, especially because they banned Caitlyn. Why don't you just pick Ashe? So
and
Jack and Pete did say, Jack and Pete did say there's the Ashe pick, that they have something spicy planned. So let's see what it is. I'll probably pick Ashe there every time. Set not a bad first pick, but like I don't know why they banned Caitlyn. Like, don't ban Caitlyn, then leave both up. Let them pick Ashe and then you take Caitlyn, or let them pick Caitlyn and you take Ashe. And Ashe Karma, that's a tough lane. That's already a very strong lane secured for ATK.
We could still see a pushing lane with a Morgana and potentially something else in the bot lane to kind of nullify that, or at least neutralize the lane.
I mean, you can play something like Tristana into it, but like, I don't know, there's not a lot that deals with Ashe well. Ornn pick, okay, so they're just going full out beef. I don't like the Ornn pick that much, because now it's like you kind of show your hand. The set can be flex your top lane, now it's like, cool, that thing's going top. Morgana pick, like you said, good pick. People consider Karma a Morgana counter in pro play, so yeah. And then Neutron's classic Trundle, he's very proficient on the champion, and he just gonna have a field day with Ornn instead, just using his subjugate on them, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and yet another ban going across over to Dash, and I mean we've seen this a lot of times from ATK. They do tend to sort of pick one player out and remove as many of their champions as they possibly can.
Yeah.
And I think doing that to Dash is preferably a good option, especially with the lineup that they do have at the moment.
Definitely.
I also think picking up Trundle was a really, really big pickup for ATK, especially due to the fact that Ornn is going to be stacking resistances. I assume Set's probably also going to go quite tanky. So it's Trundle just with the
Definitely
is going to steal all of those.
I'm very surprised XYZ didn't pick Ziggs on B3. You know they're going to pinch your pool. Ziggs is safe into most matchups. Why? Maybe they are going to go back to the excuse me, the Nico pick that they picked earlier today into DSG, but like that, like Ziggs on B3 isn't bad, and there's not much that can do anything. Jeez, I'm dying. Excuse me. There's not anything that can do much against him in lane, so I'm very surprised about that. And then we just see a Volibear pickup, then that's probably going to be a top lane volley, seeing as Trundle is already locked in.
Yeah, I very much doubt we'll see a Trundle top lane. So,
there's the Kai'Sa. They did play it early. They did play Kai'Sa Morgana earlier today into Caitlyn Blitzcrank, so they already played it. Pete is very comfortable on Kai'Sa, and it is one of his most played champions. So right now, I think they're just going for some comfort, and there's the Nico pick. They played almost exactly this comp today, so don't give me too much credit. And Nakali, oof. Yasuo, no way. No way.
Yo,
don't do it.
That's a flex. Yona's banned, so that's also...
Yeah, they can't play it. I hope they remember that you can't play it.
Okay,
TF, yeah, classic.
Yeah, this is looking like a classic.
This is
ATK
stock
so
standard
far.
ATK right now. It just TF just allows Keto to be everywhere across the map, and it's just gonna mean like nothing is as what it seems. You fight 2v2 bot lane, all of a sudden there's 4 people bot lane because Neutron was hovering, and now there's a Twisted Fader as well. You're ganking top lane, all of a sudden there's a TF. It just makes life a lot of hell. So if I am the side of XYZ, I'm trying to punish this mid as much as possible. Ward where you know TF has to walk to get this ult off, try and bait it out and try and catch him when he's trying to move and trying to get these roams off. Because usually the rule of thumb is with the globals, you gank the lane that has the global. So we'll see if XYZ pick up on that and do something about it. They have Morgana, which is pretty nice for the gold card.
I mean, I was about to point out that as well. I think TF is a decent pick in this sort of situation or in the meta at the moment, but I don't exactly agree with the pick in this game. Yes, you have your globals with Ashe and TF, but at the moment, in all honesty, TF can't actually gank the side lanes because a well-timed Bellow's Breath is going to stop the stun card coming through on the Ornn. And I mean, provided Darkseid holds his spell shield for the gold card, TF, yes, he'll be doing damage, but he's not going to get that sort of point and click CC, and he will struggle to get that point and click CC on those two champions. There is a possibility that they could potentially just look to punish Test Tube Child in the jungle.
Yeah, but the things, even if you look at bot lane, right? Yes, they have Black Shield, but Karma Q nullifies that, right? So if and we know ATK, they are very coordinated. They've played together for a long time. So it can be the case where if Darkseid prematurely Black Shields, the other person just dies. They have Ashe set up. They have that Karma that can break the Black Shield if the other person is too far away. And then they have the TF Gold card. So it's gonna get broken, and you're gonna be CC'd by something else. So Morgana Black Shield is, yes, it's gonna help a little, but it's not gonna be the end all be all in this lane. I don't think. I don't know what you think about that.
No, I don't think it'll be the end all. I do think Darkseid's gonna have to be very selective at which CC he decides to sort of use. I also think TF does need to be a little bit careful because Morgana is a great pick into TF. I mean, you can land the Dark Binding on the TF as he comes through. Kai'Sa can also go invisible, so she's more difficult to target. So, like, I do think the bot lane, yes, they have a lot of stuff to sort of weigh up. They need to deal with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow as well as the stun card coming through from TF, as well as the damage from Karma. But I do think they still have a very strong pushing lane, and they do have a very good lane for just nullifying this Karma Ashe. But I think like the TF is just gonna like sort of hard push and look to have control over the objectives. And I do think there potentially could have been a better pick, but I do still think TF is pretty high up. We just saw in last night's games between Cloud9 and TSM, Bjergsen piloting TF to perfection to win a lot of those games and actually hard crush those games. And I mean, we already spoke pre-game about the differential between the players here, so it is possible that the TF will still pop off in this game. I'm just saying, there is also huge outplay potential coming through from those players, but it is quite easy to bet out those abilities.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see if the bot lane of XYZ can actually, deal with this. I'm expecting most of the roams to go bot lane, seeing as you don't really need to do anything to Ornn. And even if you do get the Ornn behind, it doesn't mean anything. Like at the end of the day, as soon as he's level 13 and those ornaments start kicking in, like that's gonna be a problem itself. I'm just expecting a lot of control around vision and around objectives for ATK because they have these tools to make your life miserable if you decide to contest it or walk too slow.
Yeah, I am very interested to see how this game goes because I do sort of feel like yes, TF can be considered sort of a late game sort of champion as well, but like ATK have drafted a really strong mid game team. Like,
oh, definitely.
There's not much you can do to this team walking up to objectives. Like, I feel like maybe if Dash had Snowball, in this situation from ARAM, like there'd be more of an option here.
More of a chance then, yeah.
Being Nico trying to get into these team fights, Dash gonna have to play incredibly well. Being Kai'Sa going into these team fights, you need to play incredibly well. And I really feel like XYZ Reflect need to have a really strong early game, and they need to like get ahead early because you do not want to be behind ATK in this game. Like TF starts to take over the map very easily. Ash Karma as well.
Yep.
If your bot lane is behind, they're really gonna struggle.
Yeah, and just a form of disengage with Mantra Shield that Karma has. They can easily kite out a lot of the Ornn, like trying to engage, or the Set just running at them with his face. That the amount of movement speed and shielding Karma gives you in later, because you don't use the Mantra Q anymore. You just use Mantra Shield to have like everyone just be able to run around. And if this Set just runs at them, it's going to be easy for Trundle to just be like, cool, subjugate, and now you're a squishy boy, and you're just going to die instantly to this combo of TF plus Ash. And even I think Volibear is just going to make the life hell of Kaisa and all of them. So we'll see if it's at the end of the day, it's going to come down to who can execute the comp easier. But both of the comps are pretty simple. But we know that ATK have played this comp or a variation of this same comp a thousand times already. So and if they are on comfort picks and you're trying to play standard into them, usually the team that is higher ranked, that been together longer. I mean, there's multiple championships with these teams. Usually they're just going to win if you're trying to play standard. So we'll see. Maybe there is something that XYZ knows that we don't, and but it just looks very hard just from the draft already for the side of XYZ.
Yeah, and even the one thing I'd like to point out is just looking at the masteries quickly. You do have 2 glacial augments coming out on 2 of the carry, or on the support from XYZ Reflect, and coming out from Dash. Now, this is something that Dash loves using. It's one of his favorite
He
masteries.
did say it was the wrong runes, by the way. He did message me. So he messaged me and said he's got his wrong runes. Now, earlier today, he played the same thing with the right with glacial augment. So now I'm guessing he doesn't want to play it with glacial augment. So yeah, they're not resetting according to Dash. Dash said they're not remaking. So I mean, I guess he's like, this page is slightly better, but we'll just play it with this one. I am paused at 10 seconds.
So am I.
Oh, is everyone ready?
Yes, so I'm just going to count us down. We're going to go on.
Let's go. On go.
So,
on go.
Oh, wait, I turned off my timestamp, so I can't do anything.
Oh.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. So I'm excited to see this. I'm expecting a lot of standard stuff here. For the start, I don't think there's going to be any cheeky invades or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm interested that the Volibear opted to go for press the attack as opposed to Conqueror this game. Just because he is playing into a tank, and I do feel like...
Just remember to change the scene, Kyle. Oh, there we go. Never mind, everyone. We're on. We here. Sorry, go ahead.
Just arranging everything. I do think the Conqueror would have been a better option than the press the attack in this matchup, because you are going to be able to sort of trade quite heavily with the Ornn.
In top lane, yes.
In top lane, so that is something. I don't think the press the attack is bad. I just do think the Conqueror potentially could have been better.
Yeah, no, definitely. We're just looking like standard, just defensive positions from both teams as well. Now we do see the Doran's ring come out from ATK ADHD on the Volibear. Someone is AFK, and a classic pause, but the Doran's ring is interesting. A lot of people use it so that they can do a little bit more damage at the start of the game with the Sky Splitter, which is the E, and it does more damage, and it gives you a bigger shield early. So, and you obviously get the extra pot. So that's why a lot of Volibear players opt for the Doran's blade early, and he's not really going to get punished in this matchup, I don't think. So I think he's going to try and bully Ornn off of the wave, get an early lead, and just maintain that lead going through the game.
Yeah, and one thing I'd really like to see, and obviously we're not going to see it coming out of XYZ, is I'd really would have liked to see them go and get some sort of deep boards early, especially with this Morgana pick. They do have the power to sort of walk up, especially walk up on the red side.
Yeah.
With Morgana and Set, I mean, there is still that easy potential. And with Hail of Blades on Kaisa, I mean, you can do a lot of damage if you snare someone in a situation here, especially with TF running like TP instead of cleanse. So they could have potentially looked for an early invade on the top side to get some information out. You do see a pixel brush ward has already been put down on the top side for red side, so they would have obviously seen it, but you would have at least known where the Trundle is starting.
Yeah, he also already backed and got his red trinket, which is pretty standard. We see Set didn't do that. It's just standard, so you have vision on that side if they try and invade. We do see teams like Evo though invade through the top side tri-brush a lot, and that can catch off people a lot. But see how Pete ADHD is posturing already in lane. He's ready to do damage if he walks up, try and hit a free E, and already have the health advantage in the lane, even though On is starting Corruption Potion.
Yeah, and I think Set is actually walking back down to start on his
Right.
red side.
Yeah.
Pretty standard starts for both junglers at the moment.
And dash is revealed.
That
He
was
did not trick Kiddo there.
Did not want to
He
play
tricked me for a
against
second there. Okay, so I'm not expecting anything too crazy. Ooh, Unique's already got brush control. Ooh, that's already a healthy amount of damage onto dark side.
Well, they didn't pull for the Trundle, did they? I don't think they did.
No, they didn't. You don't really need to pull for him. And especially if you want to have lane prio into a lane you might not be able to have. They just decide, listen,
Yeah.
if you're just got a 3 camp, this is already looking very rough.
It's brutal on the bot lane right now.
Yeah, Pete not walking up just to auto attack him while his support is getting auto attack for free, and now we see why people consider Karma a counter to Morgana. It's just that relentless poke at the start. You just lose so much lane priority.
Yeah. Yo, Unique's just completely zoning in with CS right now. Actually doing aggressive.
Yeah. Ooh,
Get dark side.
he might be. Oh, heal already
He's
expended.
using the heal super early. I don't think that was entirely necessary. This bot side
Yeah,
just
look
taking
close, yeah.
way too long at the beginning, coming through from XYZ Reflect.
Yeah, and they have the information that Set is jungling towards the top side. So you see they haven't even used their wards. They're
Ooh, gank
very
away.
relaxed. Oh,
Kiddo forced to flash away.
insta flash.
For a greedy trade. Well, Binding does land onto Clax, but I don't think anything's really going to happen. Just a little bit of chip damage right now. Morgana looking so juicy.
And no
right now.
bots.
Looking,
Yeah.
hunting. They
Ooh,
do
good
land another
binding.
binding. Flashes in, does get the ignite. First
See-
blood does over the Unique, but they do get the trade. Well, the trade
Oh,
actually
and
ends
both
up
the
over
supports.
supports.
Yeah, I think the flash was unnecessary there. I don't know why you decided to flash on top of him there, but you know, catching Unique, and that's a little sign of life, and it will give them some breathing room. Both the AD carries don't have any pots in this bot lane. I don't know what the secondaries are, but we do see Ashe a lot of the time go for, or most of the time go for Inspiration secondary for boots, and then approach velocity. So she might have opted to not go boots, instead go cookies plus approach velocity. Is something that people go. And that's
Ooh,
a lot of stuff going on
Another
here.
binding getting taken very. The Haymaker does come out there. Pete's gonna flash.
Pete!
He does pick up Clax, but he's in no man's land now. Are they gonna be able to turn around? Kiddo's already,
yeah.
One person does eventually go on. Facebreaker comes out. That's gonna be a blue buff transferred over to KDO. There is a TP coming out from the top laner. I don't know if they really want this fight right now. The Bellow's Breath does stop the CC. They don't manage to get the
Ooh, he
knockup
missed the
on the
knockup.
Neutron. Darkside's going to be falling, but Dash has come.
Dash missed everything.
Kill shots. That's going to be
Ooh.
another kill going across over to ATK. They're trying to get on Neutron, but he survives. Double kill. going
Double
over
kill.
80 HD. And man, that was just like train smash after train smash for XYZ Reflect. Like missing key skills. Like Neutron staying alive for so long when he really had no right to stay alive in that fight.
Yeah, definitely. They should have just cut their losses, and I think they wanted to, because we saw Dash starting to walk back to mid. As soon as the Morgana also died, or someone else also died, and then the own TP came in, and he kind of had to commit with his team, and it just looked kind of wonky. They weren't all together, they weren't in the right position, and then just key abilities missing, or knock up missing, Nika missing, Snare plus her Q. So that just, made it a fight that is almost impossible to win if you're missing your stuff. We do see a pause coming out. Apparently Dash is having some FPS issues, so we're just gonna wait for him to get that fixed.
You know, I feel like it was a little bit unfortunate because Test Tube Child was really giving ADHD a spanking in the top lane, but then opting to TP down gave ADHD the time to recall and then TP into this fight, so he came into this full HP and managed to pick up 2 kills.
Yeah.
That was massive.
Well, and 2 kills on a Volibear in this top lane. Everyone knows how volatile top lane can be already. And now he's just going to back. And this lane is not going to be a lot of fun for this side of Test Tube Child on the Ornn. We do see TPs exchanged mid. Both of them just TPing mid back. And now there's, you know, Kiddo sitting 2-0-2. Volibear sitting 2-0-0. And it's looking already very scary for the side of XYZ, seeing as they are 2k gold behind already.
He's going a little bit aggressive. I really like the build coming through from KDO as well. I really enjoy the fact that he did go
Rod of Ages.
Catalyst, so he's looking to build into that Rod of Ages, potentially. And I think that against this Nico and against this sort of bursty comp, I really think that's a great idea as opposed to going Ludens or one of the other options. Ooh, Kiddo in the river. They're looking to stop the Drake. Kiddo is going to push off Nico. Meanwhile,
yeah, and this is just the way he plays around Prio. Kiddo is... okay, with some wit. Kiddo is more than happy to give up waves to help his team and to have Prio. We do see Seth just walk mid and push off some pressure there for Dash. And then First Dragon going over to the side of ATK.
I mean, Kiddo didn't even lose minions in that exchange. He hard up the wave and managed to get there before the Nico even had a choice. And I think that's one thing that people don't really get with TF, especially if you don't play him at like a high level, is TF has a lot of lane control, like specifically on what cards you decide to push the wave with, how you push the wave. I feel like TF is one of those champions that at a higher level can be played incredibly well and gives you a huge amount of lane control.
Yeah, definitely. And he is very proficient on it. It also has to be said, Kiddo's lane control and his wave management is probably one of the best, if not the best in the country. So he's not, even on these roams, you see him not lose a lot just because he's doing it when he's got lane priority and the wave cannot be shoved in fast enough.
And even just landing that poke coming through from the wild card, I don't think I've seen him miss a single wild card where he hasn't managed to get dash at the same time so far.
Yeah, and that's just obnoxious when you're the person in lane and everything feels like it's hitting. Ooh. A lot of trading. Oh!
Yeah, looking to get him to the top lane. Does manage to land the gold card. Flash coming through from ADHD, disabling the tower. Test Tube Child's looking like he's in a lot of trouble. Kiddo just chasing after him. Does manage to get it. Using the second half of that Bellows Breath to go in to get the stun, actually kills himself.
The call of the Forge Guard, yes.
Oh, sorry.
When he used his ult, it killed him. But who would have thought, you know? He probably thought he was just going to get run down anyway by Kiddo. So that's very unfortunate for Test Tube Child there in the top lane. This lane is just scarier and scarier, you know. And Kiddo is on 3-0-2 now. Rod of Ages already completed, 7.5 minutes in. Yeah, he's going to be a real problem, and I'm waiting for XYZ to see if they have any reply. We'll fight you in the jungle.
Finding Neutron in the jungle. Dash is walking down. Oh, I wish he had stealthed out of the bush rather though. Would have made it way better. Does manage to say, here comes Kiddo, looking to see if he can get the wild card. Almost manages to snipe our Test Tube Child. But yeah, everywhere on the map right now.
And that's the problem with him playing TF. Like, you see a lot of the other top teams just ban away TF. You don't want a TF in your face all the time. Like, his Curtain Call, or Destiny, sorry, that's what it's called, is 162 seconds, but it feels like it's up every 2 seconds, just about the way that he's walking around, and he's always, some of these times he's just walking there, but it feels like he's there he's everywhere.
I was about to say, that's actually the first time he's used Destiny this entire game. That game.
Yeah. I mean, and he has a level lead already. We see Neutron with a level lead over the set as well. You know, and it's just looking very dire for the side of XYZ, and they need to make something happen. And we're going to see what their approach is. Because they can't call to say, listen, we need to stall it out. Because they don't really outscale right now. So, and we know a team like ATK can close out games. They're not going to fumble trying to close out. So you need to make a play. Do something. Get, you know.
I mean, there is a little bit of hope for them. They are winning in farm in the bot lane. And they are
That's
pretty
good.
even in the top lane. Jungle's also looking pretty even. There is a little bit of a gold discrepancy, discrepancy because of the kills that went over earlier. But I mean,
Yes.
the game doesn't look over just yet.
No, it doesn't look over. It just looks scary, especially with all this prio Kiddo has in the mid lane. And they have prio in top lane. So I don't think it's I don't think it's over by any means. But now, when you are kind of close, you need to make stuff happen.
Get the stun card down. Test Child still looking. That's a level 9 TF, guys.
Yeah. And that's my point. Like, stuff is looking scary. Now, it's not cause for too much concern, but they need to realize they need to do something. They can't just let this state of the game keep going, because the lead will just grow in the favor of ATK.
ADHD looking to see if we can get a good trade onto Test Child. Test Child trading back well as well, so even trading the top lane. Oh, is the Trundle?
Yeah.
Kristara comes mid, doesn't manage to hit dash. Kiddo gonna take a turret shot. Dash is starting to get wave cleared done. I think once he gets his loot in, he will have a little bit more sort of control in the wave. But we see Neutron looking to see if he can get Test Child. The showstopper does come up, but Test Child looking a little bit stuck there. Great flash comes through. Ornn looking stuck in the river now. They do pick up the Rift Herald, but Test Child nowhere to go. They're gonna hand that kill over to Kiddo. He's gonna pick up 4 now in this game so far, and he's looking really scary.
Yeah, he's just looking like he's going to take over the game. Oh, they decide to dive bot lane.
Flash, uses flash, not in a position to fight this. He is a little bit behind Pete, and I think it's going to be an easy kill.
Yeah, unnecessary ult there from Pete, but other than that, that was very well played, I feel, from this side of XYZ. But here comes Neutron.
Dark side looking a little bit low. Pete could turn this though. Neutron getting
That's a
taken
good
very
dark binding.
also here.
Maybe a random W?
Oh, he did. Shame.
So one thing that Pete did, now this is something that I spoke to Kiddo about, is when you're going mana immune as a build, you don't want to back and get your seer first. Because your mana immune will stack once you have mana immune on your auto attacks or on any mana expenditure that you have, you want to get your pickaxe first, seeing as that builds past. Oh, Unique just walking past set, being like, don't mind me, I'm just going to Dragon.
Ooh, Neutron getting taken very low here, but Test Child walking into 3 gets hit with the arrow. Doesn't have ulti up, uses the face breaker.
That's a lot of damage.
I've managed to get the smite off though, and actually steals the Drake. You know, Darkseid also getting caught up. Nico managed to get the damage off, but they are going to pick up the Morgana. That's a double kill going over to Jacking Pete. Kiddo is here though, he's looking at Kai'Sa, and Kai'Sa's looking, ooh, she heals. Can she get, you know, Pete's team.
Oh, he is the bear.
For a dash. Oh, and Jacking Pete.
And Pete just unfortunate. Ornn does manage to get some plates up here in the top lane, but that's again another kill for the side of the volley bear. And you know, I feel like they're doing very well. Like especially Tayship Child getting that dragon and stuff. I feel like XYZ is doing well. They're just getting, you know, still beaten, unfortunately.
Yeah, look, at the moment this is all Kiddo, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you must give ADHD, oh, they're going to give even more gold over TF, and that is just so
what is this gold lead?
scary right now.
That's a 3k gold lead just in mid lane, by the way.
That's much more than
now it's more. Now it's more. Now it's a 4k, yeah, 4k gold lead. Just a little bit less than 4k. So, yeah, this TF is looking scary. Now, I want to see XYZ do something about Kiddo, but it just feels like he knows exactly when there's pressure coming up. So how would you go about punishing him right now for all this heavy roaming?
I think it's really hard at the moment, especially due to the fact that Unique has been like on top of his game, roaming around. Back onto ADHD, they are going to see if they can get the showstopper onto him. They are going to get the showstopper on. ADHD, Pete does come in, they're looking to see if they can commit. That's jungler going to go down.
Nice. Pete's looking strong, it has to be said. Pete's sitting on 6k gold compared to his laner Klax, who's on 4.7, and he is 5 for 2, so he's doing well. But here's a gank in the top lane.
Fall of the Forge God does come up, but he's not going to be able to get the second part of it, and that's just an easy clap. TF wasn't even needed there.
Yeah. And that's...
yeah. Wow, I was gonna say it's a great rotation coming through from Baxor and ATK. I did want to speak about it before. I was very interested why XYZ Reflect did send their bot lane back to the same lane while the Volibear did stay there.
Yeah, they do end up picking up the Volibear and getting a nice little shot down for that. And right now, as we said, a lot of this is on Pete's back. He's a 5-2 Kai'Sa. He's looking very strong. Ooh, dash. Ooh, this isn't looking good.
Yes, I'm actually a little bit behind. You might have to cast this. Did you see Dash getting stunned up? ATK does use the ghost. He's gonna auto attack Dash to death.
Yeah.
That's an easy clap. He does get face back at him. Once this action decides to stop, another one's just gonna die. Kiddo's just running them down right now. Absolutely massive TF. 7-0. This is the hardest carry I've seen in a while.
Yeah, this is legit just hard carrying right now.
Then we sync up because I'm a little behind you. Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm at 15, 06, 07, 08, 09.
Give it a pause quickly. Can we
I'm
pause?
pausing.
10?
No, I'm gonna pause at 15:15. Sorry, I was already paused it.
No problem.
And there was a fight, so I didn't want to pause that.
Getting another kill.
Yeah.
Just gonna.
Carl, if you can also just pause on that, please.
Sorry, my internet just gave a little bit of a stutter there. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna count it down in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, perfect. So we did see another kill picked up there.
Ooh,
Oh, Destiny coming up.
The bot lane, and that's gonna be an easy clap. Meanwhile, Kiddo picking up another kill. Oh, this game is looking very bad for the side of XYZ Reflect. This is kind of what we expected. Kiddo just will flash, face break. They are gonna try and get onto Kiddo. He does have stop.
It might get him, yeah.
Use it. Can the Karma shield him out of here? I think she might be able to. Kiddo gonna look to actually turn it around, potentially going back onto Dash. They do use a showstopper onto the TF. He does manage to flash away. Karma does fall, but Kiddo picks up another kill.
And he's 10 for 2 right now.
Oh, then John downtown. Clax picking up the kill on Dash.
Oh, very well played there. And it just feels like Kiddo is unkillable. He's the unkillable Demon King. They use so much to try and kill him, and he's like, no, stopwatch, no, flash, no, Karma shield. It's like, you can't kill me, I will not die. It's like he has a Mezhizer and he's not trying to lose stacks. Except he doesn't. You just feels like he's impossible to kill.
He's worth a lot of gold, man. So this is
yeah.
Up.
Yeah, definitely. And it's, you know, it just seems like they are struggling to get on him or to stick on him. So,
ADHD does get caught out. Surprise, Test Tube Child didn't go aggressive. I suppose the TF is walking down, so I suppose it was a good call. And now TF just gonna walk into the side lane, and I don't think there's anyone that can answer this TF right now.
No, there has to be like a combination of probably Sid, who is doing pretty well, and jacking Pete on Kai'Sa, and then they might, if they can CC him for long enough, they might be able to kill him, but they have to do it quick. But he's got cleans up now too, so you can't even CC him properly.
And Destiny's coming up as well. Here comes
here comes the Destiny.
Find everyone. The blue wall does manage to get onto Jacking Pete. Jacking Pete forces the flash away. The ulti does come through from Dash. They're going to turn onto the Karma. Karma does fall. Actually, so they can do. Here comes ADHD. Does manage to kill the Kai'Sa. Another kill goes across. That's a double kill on to ADHD. Now Test Tube Child stuck in no man's land. They're going to donate the kill over to Neutron. Another kill for the Volibear. That's a triple kill, and this game is looking so far out of XYZ's reach right now.
Yeah, definitely. It's just the Kiddo show right now, and ADHD. A lot of credit has to be given to him. He's been hitting this backline hard. Now, Dash used his Pop Blossom. What's his ult called? Pop Blossom. Yes, yeah, I'm smart. He uses Pop Blossom on 1, and that's a huge like damage, and it's his ultimate, and he only used it on the Karma. So I don't know if they decided, okay, cool, let's just get this kill and get out. But there's not a lot of running away from a team that looks like ATKs right now.
Yeah, and this Twisted Fate really just coming up so massive in every single fight right now. I know we keep harping on about it, but just Kiddo is everywhere, landing key gold card onto Jacking Pete in that situation. Jacking Pete doesn't have a cleanse. The Morgana's not looking to pick up a Mikhail's anytime soon, which I think is a little bit of a mistake right now, especially with the fact that they are just so far behind right now that at least they're going to be able to get this Rift Herald, but I don't think it's really going to do much. at the end.
No, I don't like. ATK can comfortably just close us out, like fall into a 1-3-1 style thing, and just like beat down the towers and just walk it in. You know, we do know a team like ATK, they're very clinical in how they finish out games. So I'm not expecting any mistakes or any recklessness coming from them. So yeah, they're just gonna wreak havoc with this TF, and with the fact that, you know, Destiny is up once again. He's level 13, 2 levels up on Dash, and Destiny is on an 81-second cooldown now. So, you know, that's almost up all the time, basically. So yeah, it's just gonna be very hard with side of XYZ now.
Test tube child, I don't think he wants this fight.
Nice little blue card there.
And this is what I'm expecting to see out of ATK right now. Like the Baron spawning in 28 seconds. They don't need the Baron to win this game, but because TF is just so enormous, putting Kiddo in the bot lane.
Ooh!
Dash. Jacking Pete also coming in, but because the TF is so huge and has so much pressure on the bottom of the map, I'm expecting them to just go sort of keep the side of Baron in complete darkness and keep clearing out the vision and almost force XYZ to walk into them dark. And if they do commit to the TF, then ATK get a free Baron. But if XYZ commit to the Baron, TF takes your whole entire base with the Lich Bane and the Rod of Ages already. So, like,
yeah, definitely. And he's going for rapid fire cannon now, which means he can gold card you from 17 kilometers away. Which, you know, and that attack speed is just good on TF. So, basically what they can do, they can just start it, and if, like, I don't walk, yeah, they are. Directed camera is keeping us on TF, but...
I mean, TF's just ignoring the Ornn and just taking this turret right now.
I mean, what can they possibly do?
I mean, TF can walk mid, he can pick up
here comes the Destiny.
Destiny's out there, gonna get straight into Jacking Pete, he's gonna get away, does use the popping plant. Meanwhile, Darkside, he's gonna get picked up very easily by ADHD. Kiddo taken down to about half HP, but they're gonna turn back onto the Kaiser. Kaiser got destroyed. Poplasson comes out.
Oh, TF is dead.
Lands onto one. TF has fallen, but they're gonna turn this, and this is an easy clap for ATK, and that's a
quadra kill for the big bear top lane. Holy ADHD! That pre-game interview.
Why are they even going for the Baron? They could get inhibitor. They could. I suppose it's 4 seconds or more gone. I guess this is So I would like to have rather seen them go for something else and then come and take the Baron. But I mean, Ashe actually doesn't have that much damage without the TF around right now, so this is taking a little bit of time. So I guess potentially this was the best play.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're just gonna take this reset and walk it down. They can literally just end it. They're so far ahead. We're looking at a 15k gold lead right now. And as we said, if you're the side of XYZ, I think you chalk this up one up and say, okay, cool guys, next game, you know?
No, and I mean, like, it's really scary right now as well, because I mean, ADHD also picking up Quicksilver Sash right now. So there's no ways he can really get stopped from getting onto your backline. So he's just gonna run it at the Kaiser permanently. And I mean, that 11 for 1 volley bear empowered by the Karma mantra is also incredibly scary. So, and like I said, this TF, like, I like what XYZ are doing now, trying to see if they can catch out Kiddo with him in the bot lane. But I think it's a little too late, because I don't see why ATK can't just 1-3-1 right now.
Yeah, that's all they need to do. They literally can just walk it down mid as 3 and then have your volley bear and your TF in side lanes. And there's not much that XYZ can do on it, because they have to decide who do they go on. But if they go on the 3 people, then all of a sudden Destiny comes out again. Now there's 4 people and the TF. Here it is already. Ooh, so far away.
Jacking Pete's getting absolutely...
That's a lot of damage. Oh, that's so much damage.
Just massive right now.
Yeah, even though he died, he still has a 600 gold bounty. That just shows you how far ahead he is. Well, here comes the big bear.
Dude, running in, he's not going to do much apart from take some free damage. Another dark one does land. Here comes Enchantress Lounge and Dash. Great dodge out from... Was that? Wait, no, that's not...
No, he didn't dodge it. No, he did him, yeah.
Ooh, another...
Oh, Darkside. He just keeps hitting Dark Bindings. That's why his name's Darkside.
Olivier deactivated turret. Test Strip Child decides to use the showstopper gun. Kiddo is busy trading. They are going to kill the set so fast. And Kiddo literally just
Yeah.
wasn't even part of that fight. Like, he's just busy holding off all 3 members from XYZ by himself, just threatening them with a gold card to step up.
And it has to be said, Darkside is hitting a lot of bindings.
They are going to see if they can do this. I think they're just too far behind right now.
Yeah.
They're going to walk it in. Kiddo does get onto Dash. Dash getting taken down to a 3rd HP. We do see the killer instincts coming out. Clax might fall here, but at what cost? Oh, Kiddo gets both of them in the end, I think. No, actually, Neutron picked up the Nico. This is just bounce farming right now.
Yeah. Some
The
KD farming.
TP coming through from Kiddo. And that's going to be game.
That's game
34-10. That is a statement coming through
Yeah.
from ATK.
24 minutes in, 20k, basically 20k gold lead. That's just like, okay, guys, listen, we've only played 2 games, but just because we're 6 on the leaderboard doesn't mean we're 6th best. And they just literally came out and, proved a point. It feels like.
No, I agree, and I mean this is what we expect to see coming through from ATK. How is my camera so far away from my head?
Okay, I need to say sorry. Now everyone looked at my stomach. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But yeah, and that was just what we expected. Very clinical from them. I don't think we have any deliberations. Yeah, I think Kiddo gets MVP for that game. I don't know, unless you want to. I think
No,
honorable
I
mention.
don't think there's an argument at all there.
Yeah, I think honorable mention to ADHD, who did a lot and get a nice little quadra kill there on the volley bears. So honorable mention to him. And from the other team, Jacking Pete, the bot lane of XYZ did pretty well. Jacking Pete and Darkchild, I think, they were a shining light in what seemed very dark in that game for the side of XYZ.
Yeah, I was about to say, like just because Pete was on the desk with us and sounded so depressed by the whole situation before we started the game, like
Yeah.
Pete showed up, man. Like Jacking Pete was on form, and I feel like he was beating Clax in farm. Clax didn't look like he was having the best of games. And yeah, Pete and Darkside played really, really well. I think that, especially coming back from that early exchange where they got absolutely hammered, and then there was that fight in the bot lane where they ended up behind. And Ash managed to pick up like I think a kill and 3 assists. Like Clax looked like he was going to take over the lane from that point, but then somehow this sort of Morgana Kaiser lane did end up like sort of pushing them, and I think it's quite a good lane as well. I think.
It also comes from the fact that Unique was everywhere around the map. They kind of left Clax to fend for himself, and XYZ took advantage of that. So I think that also has to be said. It's not like Clax just let them do that. It's like Unique just left Clax and they did other things, and he went with Kiddo and making sure that they can get ahead everywhere on the map, no?
No, I do agree. I think Clax is very greedy, staying at the tower by himself. I don't think he should have opted for that. I know he didn't want to give up the turret plates, but I mean, he could have potentially stood far back and just sort of used volley to pick up 1 or 2 CS. But obviously, walking up to the tower or staying under the tower, you're not safe against Morgana Kaiser.
Yeah, never. You're never safe.
Flashes up.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, are we gonna take a short break, or are we just jumping straight into game 2? I'm not sure.
After that game, potentially we could just go straight into the next game and then take a nice hour break.
I'm happy with that.
Next game.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, they're ready. We ready. We ready as well. Okay, so we jump into game 2. Everyone spam in chat. XYZ or ATK? Who do you think is gonna win?
Me.
Okay. Well, I was asking chat, but I know who you think's gonna win.
Definitely ATK. I think ATK just made a statement. If I don't see a TF ban this game, I'm actually not gonna take my headset off. It's up to you. I'll actually let Zypherr can maybe join in and do the cast instead, because
yeah, no, I'm expecting TF to 100% be out. I'm hoping that the side of XYZ pick up a Ziggs or something like that earlier for Dash. We'll see what they decide to do. The previous game they did ban what did ATK ban? They banned Shen, Lux plus Malzahar game 1. And XYZ banned LeBlanc, Lucian, and something else that I'm not sure. XYZ. Oh, Caitlyn. Yeah.
Look, I'm really interested to see the TF ban earlier, because I think if they don't ban the TF earlier, Kiddo picks it in the first rotation. I don't.
Yeah, they just pick it B3, no?
I think they pick it B3 100%. So what ban do they drop? Because I don't think you drop. Maybe you drop the K. Are they gonna probably drop the Lucian ban here? And I think that's quite risky, especially against KDO.
Yeah.
Especially like you don't want to drop Caitlyn either, because Clax
You don't
will,
really, yeah.
they will.
The thing is, you can also play Ashe, no? Then you just pick the other one. They ban Ashe. Now you have to ban Caitlyn.
Ah, you have to ban Caitlyn.
Yeah, now you have to.
And then you leave the Lucian open early. I mean, I'm sure there are other things you can pick. I'd be surprised if they don't pick one of Dash's champions in the first rotation. But
Yeah.
also, if we see blue side 3 Lucian, you can't pick Ziggs, dude. Like, Ziggs will get run over by Lucian.
Yeah. You kind of have to pick it on B3. That's the only. Oh, they ban Lucian. Okay, so they leave up the Caitlyn. So I'm expecting ATK just first pick Caitlyn here. Yeah.
Oh, that's
100%. Yeah, this is going to be a lot harder. You should be picking away the Morgana, or you should be picking something like Zypherr, Karma, or something in those lines.
They have to pick Morgana here. If they don't pick
Yeah.
Morgana, they are literally hard trolling this game.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. Even. Yeah?
Yeah, there's no option here. If you don't pick
Yeah.
Karma in these next two, I mean, pick Morgana.
No, don't pick Sion that early. I don't like Sion pick that early. You know they're not going to ban it. Why are you picking it on R1? So, like picking like Morgana there with like sets again, because the set looked good. That's completely fine. And then on B3 you pick your Ziggs. So this should be a Morgana pick right now. I'm expecting a Morgana pick. They did play it the previous game, and Darkside looked very proficient on the champion. So let's see if they decide to do that. No, Kai'Sa. But why? They already showed they're playing Caitlyn. Why are you picking Kai'Sa? This is a time when you're supposed to take away stuff from them. It feels to me like XYZ doesn't want to show their hand, but it's like you can just pick Kai'Sa on B3 if you want to pick Kai'Sa, right?
100%.
If you don't want to pick Ziggs there. But Sion also, they didn't ban Sion in the previous game. They're just going to pinch Dash, so you could have just picked Sion later.
Okay.
And there's a Caitlyn Karma.
Rather opting for the Karma. I would have
Yeah.
probably gone with the Morgana. I think it's a better pick, in the lane, especially due to the fact that you've already seen a Sion coming out. You're going to expect to see a lot of CC coming through. Hecarim
Yeah.
being picked up, that will probably be Neutron playing the Hecarim. He is
100%, yeah.
at playing Hecarim in the jungle, so...
This
and the
is it,
set coming through.
I don't like. Yeah, maybe they think Nico is fine in this. I tend to not agree personally. I think you pick Ziggs there almost every time. Get Dash on something super comfortable that he can do a lot with. And Ziggs is very strong in the meta right now. So I'm just expecting a Ziggs and a Valkos ban like they did the previous game. They might do something different. But yeah, this is Ziggs ban. But already everything is coming up ATK. They've Caitlyn Karma, super strong, right? And they have Hecarim, which allows Neutron an ability to take over the game. There's the volley ban plus Urgot ban. Interesting.
Also,
No,
they're leaving open one of
Morgana.
the-
Morgana's still up,
Morgana's still up, Valkos
but
is
you don't
still
have to pick it here.
I mean-
Valkos is up.
We all know what Kiddo is going to play in this comp. If they pick one more decent ulti, we're going to see Silas. There's no
Yeah.
there's no option here. I'm going to see a Silas coming through from Kiddo. I think YOLO Pete probably going to 88 probably going to play something like Gangplank potentially, or the Shen himself. I
Yeah,
would
Shen is up.
Shen in this game, especially going into Sion. I think that's a great idea, especially with the Silas as well. And that's a scary comp, man. You know, Hecarim. We've spoken about Hecarim before.
Hecarim, yes,
You know,
definitely. I'm curious to see what the Gragas. That's a Gragas top lane is a thing.
that might be a Hecarim top lane as well.
It might be. I have no idea. No.
Okay, no way.
Okay, that's a Gragas mid.
That's a troll. That has to.
That can't be true. A Gragas can go mid though. That's to be said.
They won't. No.
I doubt that they play. There's Oriana.
Okay.
Okay, so Gragas goes top, and Max Waldo plays Gragas top and swears by it. So it is possible, but probably more likely a Hecarim goes top. Neutron is very proficient on Gragas, so that might make more sense. And then we need a mid laner for Dash. Do they just pick the Valkos here? Valkos does okay into Oriana, but does not feel great into Hecarim plus Gragas. So, a Vigar, okay. A little spicy. You like Vigar a lot.
I do, but I don't like Vigar in this matchup. I think, because everything sort of changed back in my day when we just used to only really use Comet. Now that you can use Phase Rush, I feel like Oriana can just walk up to Vega. She can just
Yeah.
proc her Phase Rush, and she can literally just run out of your cage. Like, it's not hard
Yeah.
for her in this situation. I think they are trying to set up sort of zones. I think Vega's very good into Hecarim, very good into
Yes.
Gragas, but still, like, Gragas in the top lane, such a strong champion into Sion. Like, infinite sustain. The only thing he has to worry about is mana, really. Easy wave clear. Like, I really like the pick. I think Gragas is great. And then you pick Vigar, immobile mid laner, into a champion like Hecarim, like Gragas. Now, the cage can't save you from a cask. So
Yeah. And it is at Gragas top we see.
uh,
So Max Waldo, for those of you who don't know, plays for 100 Thieves Academy, is a multi-role challenger player in NA, used to play and coach with Alice. So he swears by Gragas top, he plays it a lot. I haven't seen it in South Africa once. So I'm curious to see if ADHD can pilot the champion. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see if what he can do with it. I think he's got a little problems early with mana, but after that, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. What do you think?
I feel like using Maxwell as a reference is probably the worst idea ever because
I'm saying that's probably where he saw it. That's what I mean.
maybe lots of people do play it, but I'm just like
Yeah.
using Maxwell as a reference is just terrible because Ken V plays for 100 Thieves Academy, and I think Ken V is probably the best jungler in NA by far. I don't know why he's still playing in Academy, but anyway,
True.
that's another story. That's another rant for another day.
That is a random story, but yeah, I'm just saying it because a lot of the time that's where people see stuff, right? So I'm curious to know where he saw it because I'm trying to look up the stats for this champion
I think
for
there's,
Gragas.
there's been a
Has
lot
it been
of
played in pro play?
there have been a lot of people that play Gragas um, in the top lane. I think there was an LCK game recently that I watched that had a Gragas in the top lane. And I know a lot of high ELO players, especially when you end up playing flex games. It sounds odd, but when you play flex games, a lot of people pick Gragas because it's very good at just neutralizing the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Life played Gragas earlier as support. That was where I was thinking of it. I don't think
Okay.
the Gragas pick is bad at all. Like, I really don't. I think displacing the Kai'Sa and the Lulu is a good idea. I think Kai'Sa and Lulu into Karma Caitlyn is literally has just destroyed their chance of winning this lane. I think the Morgana Kai'Sa was a much better option, a much viable option, especially due to the fact that you can just Black Shield the Kai'Sa so she doesn't get caught by the traps. She'll still take the damage from getting autoed afterwards, I think. Does she not? I think she does. She still does she not?
What? Sorry?
The interaction between Morgana Spell Shield and Caitlyn traps. You do still get
Yeah,
Caitlyn
you
can
can
still
still
auto
take the
block.
damage. You
Yeah,
just don't get stunned. You just you still have the headshot proc thing on you. So I looked up now Gragas top lane, right? And it's been played a total of 8 times with a 25% win rate. Okay, but the regions it's been played in. Okay, it's been played in LEC, LCK once each, then Ultra League, Prime League 3 times, and EU Masters once. So this is not something that is very well known in the pro scene. That's why I just used other people as reference. But I'm not surprised by it. I just don't think it does that well into like a lot of top lane stuff. But you can get away from things. There's a lot of good things about it. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's
I'm
bad at
curious.
Sion on any level because obviously Sion's
Mm-mm.
got to charge up his Q and everything. So once you kind
Yeah.
of like lane pressure, and I know I've played a recent game against one
Mm.
um that played top lane, and Gragas with phase rush is actually like it's really hard to side lane against Gragas with phase rush because he can run you down.
Oh, okay.
Like he just casks you in, Q body slams you, and then he can just kite around you. And the fat man is fast, dude. And
Fat man got
when
moves.
the fat man is fast, you don't want to mess around, dude. He's just gonna slide in there with the body slam and
Mm.
right into your DMs, dude. And it's not
Slide into the Sims, yeah. I'm curious to see how ADHD plays this. I don't know why they specifically picked it. I don't think it's because of the matchup. I just think he feels like playing it. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what he does. I'm glad to see Neutron on something that can hard carry, like a Hecarim. We did see him play it last year in finals against Royalty, and he made Kiddo's life miserable on the Varus. He kept just ulting him and killing him the whole over and over and over again. So yeah, I'm very excited to see that from him again.
I want to know why Riot thinks it's okay for Gragas's Esquire skin to have a cigarette, but Graves is not allowed a cigar. Please, Riot,
Because he's an Esquire, because he is fancy.
yeah,
That's
but
why.
why can't Graves have a cigar then? That's not
Because he's
fair.
not fancy. I'm at 10 seconds. You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I'm just waiting for Kyle to change the scene. I didn't even know we were looking at my terrible face.
I was also not aware of
I
that.
love we were both there. I was looking on it, it's like, oh yes, looking up all these stats. Very interesting. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna count it down. Hopefully Kyle changes
Yep.
the scene when I get
Okay.
to go. But okay, we're gonna go in. It's very dark, Kyle. Oh, there we go. Okay, awesome. So in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Perfect.
Scoreboard on. Objective timers on. Time control off. Sweet. Alright, so I want to see people get vision of the Hecarim early. Hecarim is notorious for being easy to kill in the jungle early. He doesn't have the world's strongest jungle pressure early, so potentially he could get invaded early by the set. I'm not exactly sure how strong Set is in the jungle early. I do feel like Set does a lot of damage.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll have to see. I think he can punish him early a little bit. Not too much. I think as Hecarim, you don't really fight early, do you? Or do you only fight like post 6, probably when you have
Powerful.
Ghost up? Yeah, just gonna power farm and then make everyone's life hell. I mean, Pete and Dash gonna have a tough time. I don't know how the Onslaught of Shadow interacts with the baby cage from Vigar. I think he just goes through it and maybe ends up stunned afterwards.
He gets caught by it, but the Onslaught of Shadows keeps going. I know it doesn't
So-
make sense, but
Okay, so Dash still gets feared.
I think if I'm not wrong, Hecarim Onslaught of Shadows still goes through, but the Hecarim stops.
Ah, okay.
It's an odd interaction. I'm sure we'll see it this game. But one thing I don't like this game, that I did just notice, is Lulu started with her help picks, and I
Yeah.
really feel like that's gonna be a serious hamper to their lane. I would really have liked her to start, I think, Glitter Lance, if it's called Glitter Lance.
Yeah, Q, yes.
Just to
I
help
think I'm
push the
pretty
lane
sure.
out for the Kai'Sa, because now... And Unique knows, because obviously he saw him use the shield earlier, so... Unique just standing in front of the CS now, and there's not much that XYZ are going to be able to do.
Yeah, and again, it's just that Unique realizing the situation of it, and the pressure this Karma has in lane is just insane. They just keep getting shoved off early, off these waves.
They just lost 2 minions XP in bot lane,
Jeez.
I think. That's huge.
Yeah, no, definitely. And they just can't trade back right now, so that just makes it very difficult. And look at the prio already in lanes. Like Orianna and the bot lane already have so much prio, and that just allows Set not to be able to do anything like invade on the right side jungle of the Hecarim. Ooh, okay. We'll trade in top lane.
I'm just getting spanked a little bit.
Ooh, dark side just walking up. It's taking a lot of minion damage, okay.
Unique standing in the creeps, also going to take a lot of minion damage.
Ooh.
Ooh!
Oh, gank in mid lane.
Test Strip Child looking to see. Oh!
Ooh, unlucky.
Face breaker.
And the emote
I
as
don't know
well.
if he needed a flash there.
Yeah, like Kiddo didn't even flash, he just walked away, but like trying to flash facebreaker, that just made it super difficult.
I also think the one thing that people really forget about Orianna, and the fact that lots of champions are running phase rush now, is that it kind of gives you this the ability to hold your flash, because I mean Orianna, you can just auto proc your
Oh, oh, the snare does go through.
Does come through. They're not going to proc it, but the dark
Oh,
side-
Kokorot.
Yeah, Kokorot on the Clax. Clax has been ignited. Test Tube Child is in the bot lane, but so is the Hecarim. Is Hecarim
Neutron
gonna...
always close to bot lane. Oh, another third lands.
Ooh, they do manage to cancel Neutron.
Ooh, ooh.
That was well played from Test Tube Child.
It was. That was funny. You just saying ooh ooh. Like, there's nothing to really say. You're just like ooh, these things are running.
I don't want to spoil. You know, I don't want to spoil what I'm seeing.
What are you saying?
I was just seeing some spoilers, dude. Like Necrom waiting. I guess going for body
Okay.
slam.
He
But
is
back to
losing
the
these
point-
trades, dude.
Back to the point I was trying to make. He does have cookies,
Yes.
so like infinite sustain
Yes.
as well. But the thing is with Orianna at the moment is she.
Ooh, Hex Flash.
I don't think anything's gonna come from it.
Yeah,
not a lot of
directed
watch,
camera is like no.
Oh, Flash actually coming.
Flash, okay.
Also,
Double Flash.
way a little bit aggressive from Unique. I think very greedy.
Ooh, yes, Kiddo.
Kiddo was Kiddo chasing after him, not getting anybody.
Wait.
Does
Okay.
reach the tower aggro. Greeting for the Lulu. Does get first blood. Will get the command protect. No, he won't. Almost managed to get the Kaisa as well. Oh, Gragas is just so fat, dude. I shouldn't body shame. Like that,
So
but
fat.
Gragas is so fat, man.
The big boy.
He hits
I
the-
mean,
he hits
Sion
the
is also
when it's
pretty
still
fat.
behind him. This is the problem for Sion now. Now you
Yeah, he's just dead.
you can't do anything. Like
And phase rush, he just waddles out. Okay.
you think you're winning the lane, but that Gragas gets a lot of healing from his passive. Like people always tend to forget that. And if Gragas decides in this game to go like Frozen Gauntlet into what's the healing thing that I can't remember?
Spirit
Frozen
Visage.
Power.
Yeah.
This lane is going to be atrocious for the Sion, especially the
Yeah,
fact
no, definitely.
W on Gragas does percentage HP damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of craziness already. At least Test Tube Child did get to kill Kiddo, so that's not bad. Ooh, other Test Tube Child kind of mistiming that. For it, Kiddo just clearing out vision on his bot side, and we see this same thing that Dash, like we mentioned previously, he's gonna play like an AFK type of way in lane, just to make sure that he gets to late game without any issues, or to mid game at least. But even with that roam of Kiddo, we see him already having a CS lead in mid lane. So maybe that's just the pressure he has. Direct camera has not given us a lot of love there. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Oh,
Gragas is just being such a
aggressive trading here.
Oh, I do think Test Tube Child can kill the Gragas here.
Mhm.
If he decides to use his unstoppable onslaught,
Ooh.
he's getting chunked too low right now.
Yeah, he has to use that to combo with his Q.
Yeah.
And when you hit that fully charged Q, that does a lot of damage.
The combos are so obnoxious as well.
Yeah, it just doesn't look fun to play against.
This game. Klax is sitting on 54 CS and Jack King Pete is on 29. Ooh, Gragas, does it turn it around? No cask? That was a free kill in my opinion.
Pete just playing the lane a little bit safe. Not even safe. Maybe he just doesn't think he's in kill range. I don't know how many games Pete has played on Gragas, so...
He used to be a jungler. He's played
Yeah, but that was
thousands of
bad.
games.
That was way back.
That doesn't matter. You never forget your Gragas skills, just like no. Oh, flash coming through from Test Tube Child. Doesn't he get the face breaker? Looking for the Caitlyn.
Ooh.
Ned does come out. Did use the challenging smart. Gonna end up getting stunned up. Lots of traps. Clacks a little bit.
Here comes Neutron.
Oh, great
Oh.
Orianna. He hits the minions. That was a Roidzz special right there, dude. Phew,
That's a 200 IQ Orianna shockwave.
Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, the Sion is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, X Dash again. Gets a face breaker. That's going to be a kill going over
Ooh.
with the Haymaker.
But Pete
Oh,
dies.
Kaisa dies and Caitlyn's just hunting him down.
I have no idea what happened. I think he just got hit by his...
He walked in and got hit by Q.
yeah. I think, yeah, but just by a random Q. And that's just unfortunate.
You know, and Dash is starting to sort of get that point where Vega can be a little bit obnoxious in this lane. But this is what I mean. Oh, kiddo. Oh, walks into it when I was stunned. That's what I mean. Orianna can just stand back, command attack, distance auto, and then gets phase rush and just kites around. And it's so hard for Vega to hit his abilities on it.
Yeah. This is making life hard for Dash right now.
Ooh,
He's below. Oh, that's he's a dead Viper.
very dead. Does Dash well, but here comes
Okay.
Necrom. finish the kill and dash. You just give that blue buff over. You hate
Yeah.
to see it, man.
That's just unfortunate. You're getting a lot of intention here in mid lane for dash, you know, and it just unlocks the Orianna to even roam even more. But it doesn't seem like she has to. Your top lane is winning, your bot lane is winning hard. Like Orianna doesn't need to roam at all, but it's Kiddo, so I'm expecting roam to come out regardless.
I know. I mean, I feel like this whole entire lead is like it's like a completely different game here. Like Klax on the Caitlyn right now is so far ahead that he can probably 2v1 the lane. Like Unique doesn't have to be there. So now when Unique roams, Klax is not dying, and I think this game is gonna end up looking way more one-sided than the previous game. Even if Kiddo's not on the TF, I still think the Orianna will come into play a lot better late game. I mean mid game. But once he's picked up a couple items, I mean he's still sitting on a tier and he was bullying a Vega that had blue buff.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, like, they're gonna probably just take the tower. No plates have been taken off except for top lane, one plate. And you see XYZ on the last plate. Like, if this drops, that's like 10 minutes, but you gank again.
Breaker onto Unique, they do get the knock up. Kaiser's gonna go into the killer instincts. Unique gonna see if he can turn around. Kaiser needs a one more auto.
Flash.
He does flash after him, but Unique does eventually fall. So
that's a lot expense. That's a lot. Gank mid lane.
Dash, Cosk. Oh, you. How do you cost? How do you cost that?
Yeah.
That's so well played. It's just not.
It's kind of crazy, but like so much was expensed just to kill Unique in bot lane, and that has to be said. Like what? That's the 4th time that Tessu Child has come bot lane, and there's still a 1.2k gold lead for the side of Klax.
Shockwave does come out. Tessu Child just gonna die here. I think Kiddo's gonna chase him. Also, Shadows does come out. Oh, he's gonna survive. Kiddo forced to flash away.
That's a shutdown. That's a shutdown for the side of. I think it was a shutdown for the side of XYZ. Oh, here comes Sion. Misses.
Dash as well TPing in. They're looking for the Karma. They should get her. Easy kill. Vega looking. Will he?
Oh,
he doesn't ult.
No, it's not in range anymore.
Looking for the kill as well. Can Dash get the kill?
Oh, he doesn't have ult up.
Oh, he didn't have Primordial Burst up. That feels bad. Dash flashing in does end up getting the kill as well. That wasn't Dash, was that Darkside? Oh, it was Calm.
Yeah.
I'm getting so confused right now. I thought Dash was still alive somehow, but we just watched him die. This game is
just going crazy. Dash is already 0-3. It feels like ATK right now is like, remember, you know, you're a friend, you were in a team with us, but so we're gonna come say hi to you a lot in mid lane.
Yeah, and really like this Gragas pick is so obnoxious. I actually can't get over it. Isn't body slamming you 24/7 under the tower. Oh, I didn't get the stun. I think if he had landed the stun there, it could have maybe been a kill. Look how much Gragas heals though. That's one thing. Like he's gonna go full AP, or we do see Hecarim chasing after the Lulu. Actually, rather deciding to just get the ward instead. He is opting to go the AP build on Gragas. I don't really like that. I feel like going the more tanky build would be a way better option.
Yeah.
Because then Sion has no way really to. Dash, looking to see. Does put the cage down. Hecarim doesn't really care though. Just gonna run around.
Just Karma shield. The shield is like cool. No damage.
Quick playtime, you know. Quick playtime for the Hecarim in the baby cage, dude.
Yeah, and I think Dash is going. It looks like he's going for Archangel Staff, but he's just so far behind right now. Look, he only has Lost Chapter completed.
Shockwave comes out. Darkside's gonna get picked
Shockwave.
up. Scumbag comment steals the kill. Are they gonna? I'd like to see them donate all of these plates over just to Klax because I think Kiddo's doing so well enough right now. He doesn't actually need the gold. But
yeah, they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna walk this thing in.
Oh, they can't get the inhibitor, but.
Face to trial, face raker.
Yeah, face raker coming through. But
they can just take the tower. It's so hard for XYZ to stop them.
Dash just literally running down right now.
That feels bad.
Klax is just so massive right now. He's chunking everyone. That's going to be Tessu Child going down. Kiddo actually denies Klax the kill, but Klax still has his ace in the hole up.
Yeah.
Could use it on Darkside right now. Ooh, Killer Instinct.
Beat.
Get him. Here comes on Shadows and Neutron running
Slater
it
now.
down, and that's going to be a double kill, and this is going to be an inhibitor going down at 15 minutes.
Yeah, in Test Tube Child, the Scion is just kind of confused. Like, what the hell is happening, guys? Why are they mid? My tower's not even down top, and they're running it down mid, getting like inhibitor towers. That's just crazy, and it just feels like this game is on a whole different pace than the previous game. It's like they're just literally like doing whatever they want, and XYZ can't do anything about it. It's already a 10k gold lead at 14 minutes, and yeah, it's just feeling very bad for XYZ right now.
Yeah, and it looks like unstoppable onslaught coming through. Don't know if he really wants to be there. Kiddo looking to see if he can potentially do something. Might get collapsed on by the Vega, but we do see lots of people trying to follow in. Dash can take it very low, but the Gragas is here. Klax gonna finish off one kill. We're looking to see what we can do. Meanwhile, Teshuk does do the showstopper, but Darkside gonna get taken out by the Caitlyn, and Klax is so massive right now. They're gonna flash after Pete. He's got no hope of living. Gragas does secure that kill. Meanwhile, they will flash on the Kiddo, get the shockwave, but Klax is dominating already, and this Caitlyn is just free hitting everyone in this game right now.
Yeah, and it was so weird. Like, Klax was melee range to a lot of things right there. Just standing still, he's just so big. Yeah.
Flashes off the... Wow, survives by...
That is so close.
HP.
He's gonna wall and try and loot. No, they're just gonna take the enemy.
Oh,
Klax is stunned.
Wild Growth comes out onto the Vega, and this is... Ooh, Killer Instincts isn't up yet. It's gonna be up in a few seconds.
It's a flash.
That flash is over. They
Ooh.
will get Klax for the shutdown. I think they're a little bit greedy. Klax, but...
Nice little 700 gold injection to Kai'Sa. Hopefully that helps them a little, but right now it's just looking like it's all ATK.
Man, this game is looking brutal. Last game, you know what, at least it was just the TF. But this game, every lane just looks like they're absolutely crushing. I mean, there's hope that Test Tube Child's playing really well, but with the rest of his team being as far behind as they are... Oh, dude, I don't know how... Ooh, Orion, they're looking for the steal. Can they get the face breaker? Neutron is here. He's just gonna drive by, pick up a free red buff. Kiddo busy finding the top. Flash comes through from Dark. Neutron's gonna die, gives the red buff over, but Scion here to save. Yeah, he's gonna die. Kiddo just running down the Lulu, and this Oriana is just so huge right now.
Making up for that.
Andrews, and they are gonna get the onslaught of shadows on, but flashes over the cage.
Keeps going forward.
Or Dash. Dash does not look like he's having a good
quadra
time.
kill.
Burst does nothing.
That's 2 quadra kills in 2 games. 1 from Kiddo and 1 from ADHD. And this is just... Kiddo just keeps running forward. Whoever he sees, like, I'm gonna fight you and I'm not scared of you. Sitting on 2 completed items, he's just so big right now.
Oh, he is, and there's not really much they can do in this game right now.
Yeah. No, it feels kind of bad. Oh, look at that damage. That feels mean.
This Caitlyn's build is just so dirty when she's this far ahead, man.
Yeah, definitely. Stormracer plus IE.
Autos off. I don't think they can do much to Klax now. I mean, they're going to look potentially to engage in him. They do manage to get him with the face breaker. The cast comes out. Test Tube Child gets put in the middle of nowhere. Klax just 1v1, like standing in the front line. Die eventually. Kiddo's flat come in.
Kiddo. Kill all of them.
Meanwhile, Scion is just also going to die. Double kill. This Oriana is huge. And this is they're busy running down the Kai'Sa. They don't need to run down the Kai'Sa.
No, but for the KD they must. Kiddo's like, yeah, 100%.
Shockwave.
Ace. You know, Kiddo missed one. Kiddo missed one, and then he's like, listen, now I'm going to show you guys. Hit some sick shockwaves. That the one above red, very nice. Shockwave, I'm just, yeah. They are looking so good. They haven't missed a beat since they last played except for these 2 games, since they last played in Leg 3. They have not missed a beat. They still look clean and sharp as ever. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see the way they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? The first game, you can look at it and be like, okay, cool. Only 2 players really showed up. I mean, you can't really knock Neutron. He was everywhere he needed to be in that game. We see the Neutron going in, does get the onslaught of shadows on, getting taken down to half HP. Caitlyn does get hit by the onslaught of shadows. Sion also getting taken very low. Wild growth comes through. Q goes the wrong way. They're gonna walk away from that. Hecarim, does he chase him down? Oh, that auto. Just denying.
That's just so much.
Auto off, dude.
Klax is just standing melee range and not caring. He's like, I don't care. He walks past the tanks while autoing them and then hitting the backline as well. It's just like he doesn't care about these tanks. It's like, dude, you're 1 for 6. I don't care.
This is gonna take some of the inhibitor the base towers, dude.
Yeah.
Peter is walking up. Peter isn't here just yet, but I don't think they really.
I think it matters
right now. They do get the stun off. They're not gonna pick up anybody. They do a little.
Oh, look at that damage, Klax.
Was that just one auto?
I think that was 2.
Klax gonna hit
they
on the cage. Are they gonna be able to pop him? Promiddle boss.
Yeah.
Klax just sort of
consolation prize.
But I mean, does it really matter? Kiddo is so huge right now.
Yeah, I mean that's just consolation prize. You know, just up your KD a little bit, feel a little bit better about yourself right now. But you know, this is what they expect was gonna happen too. So I'm not thinking they're very disappointed.
Oh, elite flop, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. The cast does come through. They're just finishing off the tower right now. They are going to see if they can potentially turn it around, but Orianna is just so fast.
Just kiting them, dude.
And she doesn't even
literally kiting them.
in the game. Test Tube Child does go and uses the showstopper, gets the
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, Pete looking
Pete.
good. I think Pete.
Oh no, this Orianna's so strong.
Orianna does use the save.
What?
Kiddo's just so huge. Look at him.
Look at that.
Another kill. Ooh. Vega flash doesn't manage to get
the penta. Get the penta. Get it.
Can he get the penta though?
Get it. I think it's too late now, no? Kiddo is just doing so much.
It's so obnoxious. Ace in the hole comes through. That's going to be Vega going down. This is going to be another quadra kill going. Oh, no, Caitlyn steals.
Okay,
this is game.
Scumbag Caitlyn player, but that's just clinical from the side of ATK. And this game, it looked like they were having a little bit more fun.
They get the double kill in the end, and that's going to be game 2. It's what we expected to see out of our #1 seed coming in.
Yeah, definitely. They looked very good, and I'm thinking they were having a lot of fun. Kiddo 14, 2, and 12, and the previous game he was like 11 something. I don't even know, 11-1 something. I think he's just they just look so good, and it warms my heart watching these boys play, and it has to be said. Listen, XYZ, they did well. There was some, remnants of something they could do. But the problem is, like, ATK just runs like a wild machine. They were all over. They were roaming the whole time. Nothing was a 2v2. But yeah, that was crazy, in my opinion, and very, very well played to both teams. But as we said, ATK, yeah, very good job. And yeah, I'm not very surprised, to be honest.
I'm also not very surprised. And it also, guys, unfortunately, we were going to do a post-game interview, but we don't really have a lot of time between the games, and the casters sadly do need a bit of a break to get some food into our bodies before we waste away. We will have to end the stream. We will be transferring over to another stream for the game at 8, which will be Evo versus GG. We don't have a lot of time, so we're going to quickly see if we can potentially get 10-15 minutes in to eat some food or to do something, go freshen up, take a shower. I don't know, maybe Spartan needs a shower,
I'm good. I showered beforehand because I knew these games were going to be dirty. So I might need a shower again, to be honest, after that TF and Orianna gameplay.
We'll be right back, and after the break, we will be coming in with our grudge match of the evening, GG versus Evo. We'll see if Kyle can potentially get us someone in for the pregame, but I don't know if we're going to have time for a pregame. But let's just see what happens. Maybe we just come for the postgame interview. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will be back at 8.
Cheers.
In the dark when I am dreaming, there's a face I used to see.